Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight we are finishing off Season 7, Round 3 of the Solo Crisis League. We're going to try to have some fun tonight. How's that sound? So, Season 7, Round 3 is using Forever Evil with Crisis 4, and we're going to go with Cyborg for our character. I really like playing as Killer Frost. The Flash doesn't really add anything to a Crisis game, in my opinion. But Cyborg is a strong character no matter where he's played, so I'm going to use him, and hopefully he's strong enough to get the job done quick and easy. So, Crisis 4 uses Personal Crisis instead of Standard Crisis cards. Let's see which one we have. Hopefully it's not Survivor's Guilt. Let's put it that way. Hopefully it's not Survivor's Guilt or Out of Control. It is Insecure. Discard each card of cost 5 or greater you control. You can't play cards of cost 5 or greater. Contribute a single card of cost 5 or greater. That's not terrible. I have definitely seen worse ones than that. Yeah, we'll make that. We'll make do with that. Slade Wilson's out, so we're gonna get a weakness whenever we shuffle our discard pile over here, and that will do it. That's gonna sum up how it's all gonna start. So we've had 2 games of this so far. First one very quick. Second one went pretty fast as well, and I'm thinking this one's gonna be pretty quick. I want it to be a fast, clean game. I really think Cyborg has what it takes. So his ability is, when you play one or more superpowers during your turn, plus 1 power. If you play one or more equipment during your turn, draw a card. So equipment, superpowers, no matter what it is we're using, we're going to get some kind of effect, and that's what we want to see. So let's get our first hand ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not much good, though, without a lineup. So let's see what that is. Ancient Map, that's an equipment good for Cyborg. Broadsword, that's a card great for Insecure. Pandora's Box, don't really want that for anything. Water Bearer, good. And Plague, so a bunch of equipment, a bunch of card draw for Cyborg. Only 1 card that we can give to Insecure, though, so let's try and get that. We're going to get 1, 2, 3 power this turn. We're going to use that power to get a kick, because that kick is going to be worth 3 power with Cyborg. Kicks are extra powerful with Cyborg, so that's something that we're going to have to keep in mind. We did have to destroy this card, though, for Insecure at the beginning of last turn. New card coming out, new card destroyed. We lost Dr. Light. So far, so good. Let's do this. Come on. 1, 2, 3, and 4 power. I guess Ancient Map is the way to go. It's going to help us a little bit. But I think I'm actually going to go Water Bearer, because it's going to be 2 power and draw a card via Cyborg and help us get an ongoing card possibly. That's pretty strong. So I think Water Bearer is the way to go. We do gain a weakness. This is because of Slade Wilson's stack ongoing ability. Whenever we shuffle our discard pile, if we have a Personal Crisis, we got to gain a weakness. So that is what that is. Hopefully that doesn't become too much of a problem. You don't really see any destruction yet, and that's what the real threat is right now, is no destruction. New card coming out. New card destroyed. That power drain there, that's good for Cyborg. I mean, that's 3 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see how this goes. Come on. Water Bearer, 2 power, and because of Cyborg, draw a card. 3, 4, 5. There's nothing of cost 5. I wish there was, because then we could use it for Insecure. With that, we'll go ahead and get ourselves Power Drain. New card. New Destruction. We lost Cold Gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 1, 2, 3, and 4 power generated that turn. Not getting too far here, are we? We'll get 1 copy of Ancient Map. The other one, maybe. We're going to gain a weakness again for shuffling our discard pile, and hopefully things still go in our favor. Ooh, we did lose that Cosmic Staff. There are a few ways of getting, I should say there's only one way, I think. Yeah, I think there's only one way right now of us to get cards back from the destroyed pile. That is to defend ourselves with Stargirl, which allows us to add a card to the bottom of the main deck, and then later on, defend ourselves with Cosmic Staff to gain the card at the bottom of the main deck. So to use those 2 in conjunction, we're able to get those cards, but it doesn't always happen that way. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take all the luck I can get right now. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Star Labs is a good card. We could give to Insecure if we have to. Let's go with Water Bear, which is 1, 2, and draw a card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I mean, that's a good amount of power. We're going to go ahead and get Broadsword for that. And with our 4, we'll get another copy of Ancient Map. Yes. Now we just got to move through this deck quickly and hopefully get those cards back. Destroy a card for Insecure. Move on. Let's do this. Ancient Map is out, so we can draw a card first of all for Cyborg. And then use Ancient Map to look at this, and we will discard that punch. The reason I am going to discard the punch instead of keeping it for a +1 power next turn is to move through the deck quickly so that we can get Broadsword out here. Oh, it is Insecure, so no 5 or more cards right now. We are working on that. No 5 or more cost cards. But I gained 1 last turn, and we just need to get through the deck to get it back out. So 1, 2 power, and nothing here. I'm going to get Insanity because it is worth 1 power via Cyborg, and it's a defense card, so I can't really complain about that. We'll shuffle it up, get a weakness. New card coming out. New card destroyed. And that would have been an okay defense. Let's see what we can do here. So we have to get rid of Insecure. That's what I'm thinking. The first goal here is get rid of Insecure. Then focus on Plague. Then focus on Slade Wilson. In that order. I guess I might buy Plague if I can afford her earlier. But I really think Insecure is going to be a bigger goal. Maybe buying Star Labs would help because then every single equipment would be draw a card. Or the first equipment each turn would be draw a card, and every single one would be +1 power. 4 and 5 power. Alright, we're going to start. We're going to give Broadsword to Insecure. Contribute a card of cost 5 or greater, and that is gone. Now, one of the things about Crisis 4 is when you contribute to a Crisis, those cards are removed from the game. They aren't coming back. They don't go to the destroyed pile. It's a commonly missed thing. So we don't have any more Crisis to deal with, so that's good. We only got 1 power. We'll go ahead and buy Steve Trevor. I don't have the Destruction yet, but we'll see if we can get it soon. New card. Before we go, let's end the turn of Ancient Map. Looking at this, we will discard it. New card coming out. We're not destroying anything because there is no longer a Personal Crisis in play. Start our turn with Ancient Map. Look at this. We will discard that. Another Ancient Map. Look at the top. We'll discard that too. 2. And I can draw a card via Cyborg. 3, 4, 5. I can buy, if I buy an ongoing card, I can put it right in my hand, so we'll get that, put it out, and then we have 1, 2, 3 power, because it gets +1 for each equipment in play. So that 3 power we'll use to buy a kick. No. It says, if you play 1 or more equipment during your turn, draw a card. The clarifying part of that sentence is just to say you don't get to draw a card for each equipment you play. You get to play it on the first one, and then that is it. And so, yeah, that's how it reads. If you play 1 or more superpowers during your turn, +1 power. If you play 1 or more equipment, so it doesn't say 2, 1 or more. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, new card coming out. Power Girl, that was our card of the day the other day. If you don't know what that is, check out the Discord server below. 1, 2, 3 power, because that's 1 superpower played. 4, 5, 6, 7, and a weakness. We'll get 8, 9 for these 2 Ancient Maps. We'll play 1 Ancient Map to look at this. We'll discard it again. Look at this, and we'll discard it. So with that 9, we'll get rid of Plague. Yeah, I don't think you would lose necessarily, but yeah, you definitely made it harder on yourself. He's a very strong character. So I have 3 left over. We'll use that to buy a kick. New card coming out. Nothing to destroy. Alright, so now our villain's gone. Our next goal is Slade Wilson. I would like to trim my deck a little bit. Haven't seen the destruction, but Transmutation's in play now, and that could turn around. So 1, 2, 3 power. 4, 5, 6 of these two. Play one, discard it. Play the other. We'll discard that too. So with that 6, we're going to go ahead and buy Transmutation, start clearing some things out, and Word of Power as something special to destroy if we don't want to go for the usual starters. Omen. Now that's some real destruction. There we go. 2, and we can draw a card there. Reason we can draw a card, Cyborg, first equipment we played. I guess we get to draw that. We'll 2 Ancient Map first. We'll leave that there. So 2. We get 3 power here. 4, 5. Couple weaknesses. Oh, and 6, 7, 8 because of Star Labs. We're going to buy Omen. We're not going to play these weaknesses yet. We can play Omen because of Water Bearer. Each time a player plays a Unity card, including this one, that player may destroy a card in their hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy one of these weaknesses in our hand and move on. There we go. Now we need to get Damian Wayne so we can play that multiple times. So, get Damian Wayne, you can discard it, play it again, get more Unity cards, stack that ability. Make it happen, right? Royal Flush Gang's in play. Okay. 1, 2, 3 power. Let's try an Ancient Map. We'll discard that. Another Ancient Map. Discard that. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because of Star Labs. 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't really use this. I'd like to get rid of Slade, but I think Damian's actually the way to go. We're going to go Damian and a kick. It's going to allow me to get some more destruction going. New card coming out. That is another Unity card. That's more destruction on top of that. Okay, so let's start with Ancient Map. Look at this. Discard it. Second Ancient Map. Look at this. Leave it there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. 7's not great, but we'll get rid of Royal Flush Gang and go ahead and get Biometric Exosuit. That's another Unity card, and our villain gone. I really want Power Girl. She's a powerful card, 3 power for 1 card in your hand. That's great. I mean, not many cards do that, but we need it. So let's get that card. Get rid of Slade Wilson. I would like more defense cards. I've only seen a few. So let me just kind of start from the beginning. Here's what I'm thinking. This deck's already a little large. It's just because of all the weaknesses that we got from Slade Wilson and the starters we started with. We only got to destroy 1 weakness so far, and I think we gained like 4. So there's that. Then we've bought a lot of things along the way, like kicks and stuff, which are great, but they'll start clogging up once you have the stronger cards like Power Girl in your deck. Then we have to get rid of Slade Wilson because if we waste too much time, the main deck just kind of dwindles as we try and get the perfect deck. And sometimes you want to just move on to the next one and let it happen. Let's go Indeed. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Get a new card out. So those are all the things I'm trying to weigh in my mind of what I want to focus on right now. I guess we're just going to have to play it by hand. We'll start with Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll discard that punch. And the other Ancient Map. Look at this, and we'll discard that. We'll play Water Bearer, allowing us to draw a card. We got a weakness. Transmutation. Destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. We'll play this weakness and get a victory point for it. So that's 2. Sorry, 2. We got 3 for this because it's a superpower. And then the Star Labs means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. A couple vulnerabilities. I mean, 8's an easy choice. We'll go Power Girl and Water Bear. 9 for Slade Wilson would have been nice, but we got a strong deck out of it, so it's not really a complaint. Pandora's Box is probably going to stay there unless I really need it for a crisis. It's just a terrible crisis card. Let me read that for you. Reveal the top card of the main deck. Add cards from the main deck to the lineup equal to the reveal card's cost. Why would I want to dwindle the main deck that much? If I had a card I was looking for, maybe. But most of the time I don't. Let's start with Ancient Map. Look at this. Leave that there, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these two actually do nothing. We can at least get Element Woman. That's a good choice. But that's all we can do this turn. New card coming out. I think this is a Slade Wilson turn. I'm hoping it is. Ideally, I'd have more defense cards, but I really haven't seen that many. Let's do a biometric exosuit. You know, not yet. Let's do Ancient Map. Look at this card. We'll leave it there. Okay, now biometric exosuit. That's going to get us 1 power, and we can destroy a card. There's got to be a weakness here somewhere. It's not 1. Okay, we'll destroy a vulnerability then. That's good news. First vulnerability down. So it's more than 1 power because it triggers Star Labs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we destroyed a card on top of that. 5, 6, 7 power. 8, 9, 10. I can discard ongoing cards and draw cards equal to that. So we're going to use our 10 to discard biometric exosuit. Draw a card. 11, 12. Vulnerability. Goodbye to Slade Wilson. And we'll go ahead and buy Giant Growth. Alright. Still not a big fan of where we are in terms of defense cards, but we're starting to get some destruction via Omen and Transmutation. We're using the card draw from Ancient Map and other equipment to our advantage. And Star Labs is really adding quite a punch to all the equipment we play. So we're doing okay. Let's figure out our new personal crises. It is Inflated Ego. Discard each card of cost 1, 2, or 3 you control, which is no cards, so that's good. You can't play cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. Contribute 2 cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. Now, I kind of wish I had Pandora's Box, but I also have a card such as, oh, I don't know. Where is it? Insanity. Great card for this. Nice. Congratulations on the Marvel Champions. Draw a defense. I mean, I really want to draw a defense. We'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have no defense here. So we're going to have to see what happens next. What we do have is Word of Power, which is great for Inflated Ego because it doesn't do anything anyway. Kick is also qualified for that, so that's 2 cards we can give to it. Hopefully this villain doesn't hurt us too bad, and we can get that taken care of. Crisis Dr. Light. Each player reveals 4 cards from the top of the main deck. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Add each villain revealed this way to the lineup and destroy the other revealed cards. Oh, that's 3 villains go in the lineup and only 1 card destroyed. That really isn't that bad. That lost card isn't a big loss. It is a lot we're going to have to deal with, but the attack didn't hurt us too bad. Let's go ahead. New card coming out. Destroy a card for Inflated Ego. We did lose Stargirl, though, and that's a key player in most Forever Evil games. Forever Evil Crisis games, I should say. So, that's a bit of a loss. Word of Power for Inflated Ego. Kick for Inflated Ego, and that crisis is over. No more Inflated Ego. That's 2 cards of cost 1, 2, or 3 gone. Removed from the game, and that crisis is over. So that was quick and painless. It's not ideal, but it's over. We'll try Ancient Map next to look at the top cards of our deck. And then we are at 2 power because of Star Labs and those 2 Ancient Maps. That 2 power per turn guaranteed is feeling pretty good. Ancient Map, look at this. Leave that there. So we're at 2, 3, 4 power. We're going to get rid of 2 villains for that. I could have gotten rid of just the Blight, but I feel like getting rid of 2 villains is a little more valuable. And we will move on to that next turn. And I'm feeling pretty good. That went really well. Let's keep it up. Now, getting the 13 power for Dr. Light's going to be a little difficult. But we've got time without a crisis right now that we can use to focus on building our deck a little stronger. New card coming out. New defense card. Need that. Let's do Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll leave that there, please. 1, 2, 3 power. 4, 5, draw a card. We'll do our other Ancient Map. Look at this. Discard it. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is the end of Blight. We have 10 left over. I'm obviously not getting rid of Crisis Dr. Light this turn, but we are going to get Super Intellect for another destruction and Cosmic Staff for a defense. Both of these cards are going to be needed. Cosmic Staff to defend against villain attacks, which already hit us last turn. Super Intellect to get rid of all of these starters. They are really filling my deck. These Ancient Maps are helping. They're allowing us to kind of trim out the next turn by looking at 2 cards per turn. But it's not perfect. Still just kind of hoping. Let's start with Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll go ahead and discard that. Other Ancient Map. Transmutation can stay. All right. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also a superpower, so that's 6 via Cyborg. Oh, and we can draw a card because it's also an equipment. Destroy a card. Let's destroy Steve Trevor. Nah, I don't think it's necessary. I think we'll just destroy a weakness and move on. Unless there's something of cost too. There's Insanity, but that's good for a crisis later on. Just get rid of the weakness. So that's 6, 7, 8, couple vulnerabilities. I'm going to get Commissioner Gordon, but only because he's a defense. He's pretty cheap. We'll make it work. All right. Feeling good. Feeling good. Let's go. Come on. Next card. Donna Troy. Now that is a defense card. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not looking at my hand yet, but if I can afford Crisis Dr. Light, I might go Donna Troy instead. We don't have a lot of defense cards, and the ones that we have aren't great. Donna Troy, though, is great. That is something we're definitely going to want. Let's see if we can make it happen. Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll leave that there, sure. We'll play Biometric Exosuit. That is with Star Labs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get to destroy a card. Get rid of vulnerability here. Five, 6. Oh, and that was an equipment, so we get to draw a card. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I'm putting myself to the test. I just said I'd buy Donna Troy, and now I'm wondering. With that 14, we're going to discard Biometric Exosuit. This is for Damian Wayne to work. And we're going to discard 1 Ancient Map to draw 2 cards. The idea there is, at least the hope there, is that we get something that we can bump up our score to get Donna Troy and Crisis Dr. Light. If it gets high enough, we'll figure it out. But right now, I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do. Hopefully I don't go back on what I said I would do, but I might. Draw 2 cards. 14, that's not great. 15, 16, and a vulnerability. Now I have to choose. I think Donna Troy's more important. I really do. So I'll get Donna Troy in 1 kick. And that's that. We're done on kicks for a while. We're full on them. We're going to lean a little bit more on destruction to clear that out. Another Power Girl. Good, strong choice. So we'll start with Ancient Map. Look at this. It's Ancient Map. We'll leave it there. 1, 2. Oh, and because of Star Labs, 3, 4. It's an equipment, draw a card, play that. Then use it. Look at this. We'll leave it there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Steve Trevor does nothing. Definitely get Power Girl. Moving on. Now, first time we can afford Dr. Light, we're doing it. It's time. We're good. We'll get a little more destruction between now and then, but we're looking good. Alright, biometric. You know what? First off, ancient map. Look at this. Leave it there. Biometric exosuit. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy a card. Let's destroy Steve Trevor. When he's destroyed, draw 2 cards and then discard a card. We'll discard a punch. Now, because we played Biometric Exosuit, we get to draw a card now. Because that was an equipment. And again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy this kick over here in order to get Mambat Serum. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, if I destroy an equipment, I can get its power. We're not going to destroy anything with that. We're just going to go with the 2 power it gets to get to 13, 14, which is enough to end Crisis Dr. Light. So we're still going in the right direction. Defense cards, I've still got Cosmic Staff here. I've got Donna Troy over here. I'm hoping Insanity is over here. I'm not actually sure where that is right now. It's looking like Insanity's in my next hand, which is good news because we're going into a crisis situation. And let's see how that goes. Our new crisis card is Trial by Combat. Each time a villain enters the lineup, you discard a card. Contribute a defense card. Here's what I hate about this one. It needs a defense card, right? I'm pretty sure we're about to get Insanity, and I have to weigh the option. Do I want to use Insanity to defend against the villain, or do I want to save it to give the Trial by Combat and end that quickly? I'm going to have to weigh that based on the attack of the villain at hand, so we're going to figure it out soon. Here we go. We've got Commissioner Gordon and Insanity. We'll probably defend with Commissioner Gordon, and we'll probably give Insanity to Trial by Combat, and this will end very, very soon. So let's see what happens. Our new villain is Crisis Troya. I really like defending against these particular villains, the ones that give you new personal crisis. I'm talking Crisis Troya and Crisis Superboy Prime. Those 2 attacks are really the crux of the supervillain stack in Crisis 4, and being able to defend against those is pretty key to having a quick and easy game. So Crisis Troya attacks. Each player gets a personal crisis, then destroys the top card of the main deck for each personal crisis they have. Defend with Commissioner Gordon. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, gain 1 VP. So that attack is done. New card comes out. New card destroyed. We're going to give Insanity a Trial by Combat. That's 1 defense. That is boom. Trial by Combat over. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good start to that turn. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Let's start here. We'll start our turn with Ancient Map. Looking at the top of our deck. We are really doing a good job now. This deck is dwindling a bit. Getting rid of some stuff. A lot of it's going away because we're giving it to crisis cards, of course. But the destruction that we've built into the deck is starting to do its part. Getting rid of starters and stuff. I'm feeling good. This is going well. So, Ancient Map. We'll discard that. Ancient Map again. We'll discard that. Because of Star Labs, we're at 1, 2, 3 power. 4, 5. Cyborg gets us to 6. 7. 8, 9, 10. That is enough to beat Crisis Troya. So you know what? We're going to do that. We're just going to beat Crisis Troya and move on to the next turn. Now, I don't know what we're up against. We've got all of our defense cards right now are in our deck. which is pretty full. That's a sizable deck there. We'll see if we get any of them in time to deal with this. So our new hand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have Commissioner Gordon again. Okay. Back-to-back Commissioner Gordons. Might be exactly what we needed. Come on. New crisis. Unappreciated. Each time you contribute to a crisis, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Contribute 3 cards of cost 1 or greater. This is going to be our chance to get rid of cards like Insanity, Pandora's Box. We'll probably buy those just for this crisis, honestly. Okay. Contribute 3 cards of cost 1 or greater. Now our new villain is Harvest. Each player destroys a hero they control and a hero in their hand. I really don't want to destroy Omen, so we will defend with Commissioner Gordon. Discard to avoid an attack. Gain a VP. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. We lost a Damian Wayne, so we're down to just 1 Damian Wayne. What to do? Let's start. We're going to start with Ancient Map. All right. Look at this card. Leave it there. 1, 2, because of Cyborg, we can draw a card. We are at, with Star Labs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power already. We're going to buy Biometric Exosuit because with Water Bear, that goes right to our hand. 7, 8, 9, and destroy a card. Probably going to be a punch. Yeah, it's going to be a punch over here. I'm going to get rid of this one because I really don't like this art. All right, so that's 9. 9 power there. We're going to give this Kick to Unappreciated, which adds a card to the lineup. 10 power here. 11, 12 of Damian Wayne. We're going to discard 1, 2, 3 cards to draw 3 cards. 13, 14, 15 with Man-Bat Serum. Another Kick. Another card coming out. 16, 11, 6. So we're at 6 power so far. 7 power because Man-Bat triggers Star Labs. And I have to figure out, you know what, we're just going to give Power Drain to Unappreciated just to end this. End it. New card comes out because of that. But it's over. That crisis is beat. No cards. No more cards. Sorry about that. Wrong button. No more cards to destroy because of that crisis. So that's the good news. Alright. I had 6 power left off. Will you get rid of blank with that? Have 5. I'm not buying those cards. I'm not buying it. Feeling good. This is still going really well. I like Crisis 4. I really think personal crises are cool. Obviously, they're even better in a multiplayer game. A lot more interesting where everyone's dealing with their own personal crisis, as opposed to the whole table dealing with the same crisis. A lot more moving parts, a lot more going on. Everyone's thinking about their own thing and trying to help each other. It's really cool. But it's still really fun in solo as well. New card comes out, nothing to destroy. Another Insanity. I don't want any of those cards. Hopefully we can get Harvest this turn. Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll leave that there. Water Bear. That's 2 power. 3, 4. We can draw a card for playing our first equipment. 5, 6, 7. We can destroy a card. That's going to be a punch. That gets us a victory point. So I just want to double check my power. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because of Cyborg, 8 over here. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Yeah, Crisis 4, it's without a doubt the simplest of the crises. It's the easiest one to get a victory in. There's no doubt, but there's really cool aspects. Like, I think Personal Crisis work on a level that people don't really appreciate, and I really think it's even more fun in multiplayer. But it's also really good in solo. Obviously, I've beaten a couple of these really fast, which isn't as ideal to a challenge situation, but some of them really sneak up on you. Like, if you get a out of control at the wrong time, you can really get in trouble. So yeah, definitely check it out. Obviously, you're checking it out. It's on its way to you already. Enjoy. So again, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I destroy an equipment, I can get its power. You know, we'll just do the 2 power it gets to get to 10, 11. That's enough to beat Harvest. So we can move on to the next one pretty easily. I don't know what my defense card situation is. There's Commissioner Gordon over here. There's Cosmic Staff. But we still have, if I remember correctly, we still have... what do we have left? Trying to think of the defense cards we do have. We definitely have Donna Troy. She's in there somewhere, so there's a good chance we'll have her. And we definitely have... Maybe that's it. It might just be Donna Troy. I think we got rid of Insanity. Yeah, those are great choices. My personal favorite is Crisis 2 as my favorite, and Heroes Unite is my favorite base set, so we're definitely on the same page there, I think. You got 2 defense cards, 1 Cosmic Staff, 1 Donna Troy. Let's see what we got. Our new Crisis is Unrequited Love. Discard each hero you control. You can't play heroes. Contribute 2 heroes. We are not going to be able to use Donna Troy. That is unfortunate. Then we've got the Brain of Monsieur Mallah. Each player flips their superhero face down. We will just defend with Cosmic Staff. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, gain the bottom card of the main deck. Yes, that's dwindling the main deck, but who knows what we're going to get. We got Emperor Penguin. That's not a great card. In fact, that's a pretty terrible card. That didn't work out. We just didn't get attacked, basically. Alright, we can't play heroes. We can play equipment, though. So Ancient Map, to look at the top card of the deck. We'll get 1 power from it. What do we got? We'll leave that there. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we didn't put a card out and destroy a card. Another defense gone. So 5 power there. I mean, these 2 I really like to keep. I don't want to give them to Unrequited Love. I don't really want to buy any of those either. So that's just the turn. Yikes. You know what? We'll get 1 kick with our 5 power. We've destroyed a few of them now. Oops, that should not be flipped. Flavor up almost impossible if things don't line up just right. I completely agree, and I think Crisis 1 and 2 are definitely there. I think Crisis 4 can be there. It is just really depends on the sequence of the personal crises you get. Like I said, if you start the game with something like Out of Control, or what was the other one, the one that makes you destroy cards? I think it's Heroic Sacrifice, or no, it's Survivor's Guilt. If you start the game with Survivor's Guilt, you're gonna have a very difficult Crisis 4 game. But a lot of them, you're probably okay. Alright, I'm not getting rid of Damian Wayne either. There's a lot of choices here I don't want to get rid of. New card, Steel I would definitely get rid of in a heartbeat. So let's buy Steel. If you want a hard one, Crisis 3. I know you're having a hard time finding Crisis 3, but it's way harder than the other ones. It really is. Alright, we'll start with Ancient Map. Look at this, and we'll leave that there. Play Biometric Exosuit, getting us to 1, 2, 3 power. Oh, and it's an equipment, so I can draw a card. 4, 5, 6 power. 7, 8. Oh, and 9 power because of Cyborg. 10, 11 power. I wish we could get rid of the Brain of Monsieur Milan, but we cannot. We can get Steel, and that's about it. Not getting rid of Damian Wayne. I've already lost too many good cards. It's hard to find right now. It's just between printings, I think. Vigilant Guard, that's good, and we lost Atomica, which is not a loss. Okay, here's Commissioner Gordon. That's a fine card for Unrequited Love. Perfect. Biometric Exo, or first off, Ancient Map. Look at this. We'll discard it. Biometric Exosuit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 power, 5, 6, 7 because of Star Labs. It's an equipment. We draw a card. 8, 9, 10, 11. I can destroy a card over here and get a victory point. We'll destroy a punch. Get a victory point. 12 power. Get Vigilant Guard. Move on with our day, I think. I know, it's hard to find right now. If I had an extra copy, I'd let you know, but I absolutely do not. Infinity Island, and then destroy. We lost Biometric Exosuit. Unrequited Love took its first heavy hit there. Need to give it another hero. What do I have? I could give it Power Girl. It's an option. We'll start with Ancient Map. Looking at this, we have 2 copies of Power Girl. That makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, we're going to give it Power Girl. I don't like the idea, but that is the end of Unrequited Love. 2 heroes destroyed. That's the decision we have to make right now, I think. We can move on. Alright, let's figure this out. We used Ancient Map already, right? Look at this. Yeah, we did, because that's how we figured that out. And because of Star Labs, we're at 1, 2, 3 power. 4, 5, 6. What's this going to get me? They'll get me 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll get destroyed. I think we have to do it. We're going all out. Okay, so again, it is because of Star Labs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 because of Star Labs, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and draw a card. And then this gets destroyed. +3 is 14. These 2 do nothing. 14 gets rid of the Brain of Monsieur Milan. We have 3 left over. I think that's it. I don't think I want anything else out here. We'll get Insanity, because I think there's one for superpowers, and it'll be good to have that floating around if that's the case soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta shuffle everything up, figure out what our new crisis is. Oh, your local game store, that's good. I try to work with mine. They're okay. They're not great. Few times he's gotten the wrong thing, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go in the future, but it's the only store I've got in my area. It's what I get for living in a smaller area, I guess. I really like the idea of a local game store. I've lived in areas that have good ones, but I just don't have a good one right now, unfortunately. Yeah, you can join whenever, as long as you've got the stuff you need. There's also, there's also Tabletop Simulator. A lot of people play on there when they don't own something and play the physical cards when they have them. But, yeah, there's absolutely no problem joining just the rounds you're able to. Alright, so we have to get a new crisis and a new villain. We do have 1 defense card, so hopefully it's not going to hurt us. We've got Out of Control. Each time you draw 1 or more cards during your turn, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 3 or more cards must be drawn during a player's turn. That Damian Wayne is going to save us. Our new villain, Terra, who will defend with Cosmic Staff again, gaining the bottom card of the main deck. It is Broadsword. That's a pretty good gain. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan either. I love physical cards in my hand. I could do this probably much easier, and easier for my viewers too, if I just did this on Tabletop Simulator. I'd be able to zoom in on the cards for you. I'd be able to you know, see the layout better. Like, hey, this is my hand. This is what's going on in the lineup. You could have clear fields, move around. Great. I just don't like pointing and clicking all day. I just like playing of cards better. So camera setup it is. Yeah, you're definitely have to check out some Marvel Champions stuff. I get caught up in that one quite a bit. Check out the Solo Champions League though. I know you're already in there, but there's a lot of really helpful people there, and they can definitely help you out if you've got a question. So, Terra's taken care of. New card comes out. New card destroyed. We have to deal with Out of Control. We'll start with Ancient Map. Looking at this, we will discard this because it's not going to do much for us. Another Ancient Map will come out. We'll look at this. Oh, no, wait. That's going to make us draw a card because of Cyborg. That's adding a card because of Out of Control. Then we'll use it to look at this, and we'll discard it. I'm trying to get the Damian Wayne as quickly as possible here. We're going to have Omen come out. That's going to allow us to destroy a card. I don't really have anything I want to destroy right now, so we won't. But we will, in fact, get our 1, 2, 3, 4 power, and because of Star Labs, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Definitely get Titans together. Getting us down to 8. Infinity Island, getting us down to 1. Super Intellect getting us up to 3, and we'll get Vibe with that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to build there. Something that anyone can use as a resource or just helpful stuff, because I just like that when someone asks a question I'm not available, someone there probably knows the answer and can help you out. That's what I like having it for. And honestly, people help me in those leagues all the time. All the time I don't know what I'm going to do, and they help me out. So, Ancient Map, look at this card. We'll discard it. Ancient Map, look at this card. Discard it. And then we're going to play Damian Wayne. Discard 1, 2, 3 cards. And draw 3 cards. Each time you draw 1 or more cards during your turn, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 3 or more cards must be drawn during a turn. That is the end of Out of Control. That crisis is averted. Keep going, right? Okay. With Star Labs, we're at 2, 3, 4 power. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, we can draw a card. We'll use Steel to destroy this and get 2 VP for it. I forgot where we were power-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 will get rid of both of these, so we'll be at 0 power now. 3, 4, 5 power. Nothing here I really want to buy, so we'll move on. But, man, it's working. Yeah, it's not hard to get confused. It can be really wordy. They have kicked themselves in the back a few times, though, with some of their wording issues that are kind of prevalent throughout the game. It's been the horror story of Marvel Champions ever since it came out, basically. It gets better through new explanations and stuff over time, but there's still a lot of questions to be asked from time to time, especially if you're new to the game. So we have Star Labs here. We're going to use Ancient Map. We'll use that twice. Hoping to get rid of Terra this turn. If I can't, we'll at least get Stargirl. One of those two things is happening this turn for sure. We haven't destroyed as many starters as I'd like. We've just been pretty good about having the opportunities we need. So Ancient Map, look at this card. We'll discard that, sure. And then Ancient Map, look at this. We'll leave that there. Yeah, it's true, they are. Water Bear, 1, 2, draw a card. With Star Labs, that is 3, 4, 5 power. 6, 7, 8, and that's enough to trigger Cyborg for 9. 10, 11. We're going to use Super Intellect then to destroy this punch in my hand, get rid of Terror with the 11 power we have, and then we do nothing with Insanity. Ooh, alright. It's going. It's going really, really well. Alright. Alright. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is Donna Troy? Come on. We got no Donna Troy, but 2 Cosmic Staffs. Assuming equipment are still okay, we'll be fine. It is Villainous Lineage. Each time you buy, gain, or defeat a villain, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Players may contribute villains they buy, gain, or defeat to this crisis. Contribute 3 villains. Now the good thing is that super villains count as villains in this game, so Villainous Lineage can just last for the next 3 villains, but hopefully a lot sooner than that. Depends on how this stack goes in our favor or not. The new villain is Clock King. Each player destroys an equipment they control, an equipment in their hand. For each you cannot gain a weakness. We're going to use Cosmic Staff here to defend and gain the bottom card of the main deck. This time we gained Belrev. Not much we're going to get from that, but we'll see what happens. Alright. Biometric Exosuit is 1 power, and we can destroy a card. Not really anything we want to destroy here. Hey, thanks. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. I'm thinking Insanity. I think I want to give that to the one that asks for superpowers, so I guess we won't destroy anything. That was an equipment, though, so we can draw a card via Cyborg. And then with Star Labs, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 power. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go 10, 11, and discard just this one card. Draw another card. Oh, we never put a card out and destroyed a card. 12, 13, and we can destroy another card. I don't think there's anything I want to destroy still. And then steal here. With that, we're going to buy both of these cards. That's a steal, those 2 cards, honestly. I mean, that's plus 4 power. And this one is 2 power and a fantastic defense card. So, we'll make it work, but it would be nice to get a villain for Villainous Lineage. New card coming out, new card destroyed. Let's get Infinity Island in play. Try our ancient maps. Look at this. We'll leave that there. Titans together. That is 2, 3, and we can destroy a card. We'll destroy this punch in my hand, I think. So 2, 3, destroy a card with Star Labs, 4, 5, 6 power. And then again, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, destroy another card. We'll get rid of Steel here. Yeah, he's not going to be needed. 11 power. 12, 13. I mean, it's a lot of power. I think we're just going to take on Clock King and move on. I know we're going to have 2 personal crises, but we really need to get rid of that. I can't wait for villains to come out. We got Donna Troy and Vigilant Guard, so hopefully we are good whatever the attack is. Our new personal crisis, so we have 2 now, is depowered. Discard each superpower you control. You cannot play superpowers. Contribute 2 superpowers. Then, our new villain. Crisis Superboy Prime. We will defend with Crisis Donna Troy. You may reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Then, discard this card unless you discard an ongoing card you control. We'll discard Ancient Map, triggering Infinity Island to put it right into our hand. No, we'll discard Biometric Exosuit, triggering Infinity Island to put that into our hand. So, I don't think we even... Nope, we don't discard it. It stays there. A new card comes out, and 2 cards get destroyed, unfortunately, because of this crisis. So that's a tricky situation we're in. We're going to give Transmutation and Vigilant Guard 2 depowered to end that crisis right away. That's one crisis down. I didn't want to get rid of those, but I don't like having 2 crisis cards. You can see why the main deck would just fall apart in that scenario. We'll play Ancient Map to look at this. How can I make that work for me? We'll leave that there. We're going to play Biometric Exosuit. That's going to be 1 power and also draw a card because of Cyborg. And then we can destroy a card. We'll destroy this punch in my hand. So we're at 1. And then because of this, 2, 3, 4 power. 5, I can put a superpower on top of my deck. That's superpower. Oh, I don't have that anymore. I was thinking I was needed superpowers. I don't. Probably Titans Together then. Yeah, Titans Together and go on top of our deck. Sorry, I got thrown off. I had a different plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we're in a bit of a situation. We're going to get Crisis Superboy Prime so that there are 2 villains on Villainous Lineage. That's what we're going to do. I hope that works to our advantage. I can't promise that it will. We're going to have 2 Crisis cards again, but we only need to get rid of this last villain for Villainous Lineage to end. So, theoretically, we're going to be okay. Gotta figure that out, though, don't we? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's our defense situation? No defense cards. We have a vulnerability, even. Yikes. All right. Our new personal crisis is Sudden Loss. Discard each ongoing card you control. You can't play ongoing cards, contribute 2 ongoing cards. Now, the unfortunate thing is our entire deck is here, and now all of our ongoing cards are in a discard pile. We're going to have to find a way to move those over and which ones we want to get rid of. Actually, Bell Rev is in here. That's a perfect card to give to this, since we're not planning on having a lot of villains. Our new attack is Cheshire, who we cannot defend against. Each player destroys a card of cost 1 or 2 or 3 they control and 1 in their hand. For each cannot gain a weakness. I have nothing of cost 1, 2, or 3, so that's 2 weaknesses gained. Alright, we'll deal with this. A new card comes out. 2 cards getting destroyed. 1 ongoing card there. Alright, so we'll start with Broadsword, using that to trigger Cyborg to draw a card. We're going to give... I feel like I have to give Titans Together. I mean, I'd rather it was Biometric Exosuit. But I feel like it has to be Titans Together to get rid of this quickly. How many cards are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. It's about 3 turns of cards for us. You know what? We're going to save Titans Together. I'm going to try 1, 2. I can destroy a card. Goodbye to this punch. 3 because of Cyborg. Oh, Element Woman counts as a woman, as a villain. We're going to give Element Woman to Villainous Lineage, ending this personal crisis. Villainous Lineage is over. So that's very good news. We're back to just the 1 personal crisis. And we're at 1, 2, 3 power. 4, buy birthday cake. Can't play Titans Together. Move on to the next turn. That's pretty good. All things considered, that's not a bad turnout for this particular crisis. New card coming out. New card destroyed. We got a Wally West and lost to Wally West. Again, not so bad. Okay. 1, 2. Cyborg says draw a card. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. That is enough for us to get Wally West. And we're not going to give him this. But we'll also get rid of Cheshire. This might be a mistake. I don't know. I might have made a huge mistake here. But I feel like I'm on a roll, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So we have 1 defense card in our hand. Our new crisis is Survivor's Guilt. Each time a weakness or starter you own is destroyed, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 2 cards owned by players must be destroyed during a turn. Our new villain is Brother Blood, who will defend with Insanity. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck, pass 1 to the discard pile of the player on the left, and destroy the rest. Defend with Insanity. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a card from your hand or discard pile into the attacker's hand. No such luck there. We just kind of avoid the attack. Alright, a new card comes out, and 2 cards have to get destroyed. So those 2 are gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. I just want to give a quick look in here. Next turn should end this 1 crisis. Man, why has it not happened yet, honestly? So 9 there. We'll use that to get rid of Atomica and buy Transmutation. Can't play this card. Move on to the next turn. New card comes out. 2 cards getting destroyed again. We lost these 2. Not a huge loss, but it is a waste of turns. So, here's Bell Rev for sudden loss. That's what we wanted to give it. Water Bearer, 1, 2, Cyborg says draw a card. There you go. Sudden loss is defeated. That's 2 ongoing cards. So that worked. We're at 2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. It's gotta be 5 or less, though. I'm gonna put Wally West on top of my deck. And we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think there's anything I wanted to buy. We'll buy Steel because he has Destruction built in, but that's really about it. We need the extra Destruction to try and get rid of Survivor's Guilt. 2 cards owned by players must be destroyed during a turn. New card coming out. Destroy a card. Two, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Wally West is out. And then it's 1, 2, 3, and draw another... draw 2 cards, because we played 2 Unity cards. Oh. 4, draw another card. 5, 6, draw another card. Too bad it wasn't out of control. So 5, 6, use Ancient Map to look at this. We'll leave that there. 7, 8. Get rid of Superwoman, bringing us down to 1. 2, 3. We're going to destroy a card. That's going to be this weakness, which triggers Survivor's Guilt, unfortunately. The 3 power will buy Ancient or Expert Marksman. All right. Hopefully this works. I have to destroy 2 cards. Come on. New card coming out. New card destroyed. How are we going to do this? Let's start with Star Labs. That'll get us 1, 2 power. Can use Ancient Map to look at this. We'll leave that there. We're at 1, 2, 3 power. We can put a card on top of our deck. We're going to put Expert Marksman on top of our deck. 4, 5. We can destroy a card. We'll destroy Steel here. Get a victory point, and we can get a card of cost 3 or less. We'll get Water Bearer. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get Firestorm Matrix of that. Move on to our next turn, which should be the end of the Survivor's Guild. If I lined everything up correctly, we should be out of the water there. Alright, first off, Omen is in play. We can destroy a single card. Let's get rid of... we'll get rid of Water Bearer. So that's 1 destruction, and then draw a card. 2, 3, 4. Let's draw another card. And then Ancient Map, look at this card. We'll leave it there. Another Ancient Map comes down. So we're at 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of Star Labs. We destroyed 1 card. Destroy a non-superpower. We'll destroy... We're going to destroy Transmutation over here. Don't really have a lot of use for it. That's 2 cards destroyed in 1 turn, so that's the end of Survivor's Guild. So again, that's 6 power we have. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Goodbye to Brother Blood. 3 power left over. We're going to get... So I want Insanity. The reason I'm thinking Insanity is we haven't seen the one that needs superpowers yet, and we haven't seen the one that makes you out of control, the one that makes you draw cards. I don't think we've seen out of control, right? Did we? I just forgot. Apparently we did. But we definitely didn't see the superpower one, so we'll use our 3 power to get Insanity for another superpower to give to this. Alright, we are on to the last villain. We're doing pretty good, though. Very quick and easy game. We're how long into this? I'm just looking at the time. Just over an hour. So that's really not bad. No defense cards, but there's no attack here either. Our new crisis is Malfunction. Discard each equipment you control. You can't play equipment. Contribute 2 equipment. Okay. Our new villain. Crisis Trigon. Unavoidable first appearance attack. Each player gains a personal crisis. That's Weakened Heart. That's it. Trigon costs 5 more to defeat for each personal crisis in play. So, we have to buy 2 cards from the lineup to end Weakened Heart. New card comes out. 2 cards get destroyed for 2 personal crises. We will get Infinity Island out here. We'll play Titans Together, which will get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, draw a card, and then destroy a card. 6, 7, Cyborg draws a card. 8, 9, 10. We can buy these 2, bring us down to 7. That 7 will end Weakened Heart, or, hold on. We'll buy Venom Injector, which adds a card to the lineup. And we'll buy Pandora's Box, which... No, we'll add Secret Society Communicator, which adds a card to the lineup. That's the end of Weakened Heart. We had 7. That would cost 5, so we have 2 left over. 3 power here. I can destroy an equipment, but I won't. We'll just take the 4 or 5 power. With that 5, we'll get nothing. I don't think we need any of that. I guess I could get Pandora's Box. We'll get Pandora's Box. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time to shuffle it up. New card comes out. New card destroyed for Malfunction. Come on, it's the last crisis. We also could generate enough power to get around it. Just beat Trigon for 20. That's not impossible. Star Labs is kind of hurting, though, without the ability to play equipment, so our deck's not at its strongest. Okay. Here is Water Bearer. Did I put a card out? Yeah, Giant Growth wasn't there. And you know what? It can have Firestorm Matrix too, as far as I'm concerned. That's 2 cards given to Malfunction. That is the end of the final crisis we have. 1, 2, 3. Because of Cyborg, we can draw a card. That's 5, getting us to 8 power. Oh, 9 power because of Star Labs. 10, 11. And we can discard these 3 cards to draw 3 cards. Ancient Map, look at this. We will leave that there. We'll play this to destroy the punch in my hand. 12, 13 is shy of where we want to be, but that does get rid of Ultraman, bringing us down to 5. There's nothing else we need to do this turn. That's pretty good, though. That was a good clearing out turn. New card coming out. No more destruction because there's no more personal crisis in play. Oh, terrible. Okay. Terrible, terrible. We're just going to destroy a bunch of stuff this turn, it looks like. We'll start with Ancient Map looking at this, and we'll go ahead and discard it because it won't do anything next turn. We can destroy a non-superpower. We'll destroy... You know, we're going to destroy Stargirl, I think. She's not going to help us anymore. She can't. There's no more attacks. So there's that. And then because of Cyborg, that's 1 power. Super Intellect can destroy a card. We'll destroy Insanity right here in my hand. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We'll get Mallet for that and move on to our next turn. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not very powerful turns. We bought a bunch of stuff for specific reasons that didn't come up. Ancient Map is up. How does this work? Destroy 2 Ancient Maps you control. Put each card in your discard pile into your hand. Let's do that. We're going to destroy both Ancient Maps to get these 2 into my hand. How's that sound? I think that sounds pretty good. This is the end. Mallet, reveal the top card of your deck, draw it, or put it in another player's discard pile. We'll draw that. Because of Star Labs, that's 1 power. And we can draw a card. 2, 3, 4 power. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Destroy a card and draw a card. We drew a card. We'll destroy Insanity here. $10, $11, draw a card, and then destroy another card. Goodbye, Pandora's Box. We've definitely won. I just want to see what happens here. 12, 13, 14, 15, draw another card, and then destroy another card. We'll destroy Expert Marksman here. It's not doing anything. We can destroy an equipment plus power equal to its cost. 16, when it gets destroyed, that's 2 power. 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 29, 32. We'll use this to destroy Vibe. 33, 34. 35, 36. You know what? Not yet. We'll go back to 34. 35, 36, and we'll discard... Oh, we'll discard 1. Yeah, we'll discard 1 card, but use Infinity Island, put that back in our hand so we can draw a card. 37, 38. 39, 40. Draw a card, and I can destroy a card. We'll destroy this broadsword. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Draw a card and destroy a card. With that 48 power, yeah, I think that's enough to beat Crisis Trigon. He only cost 15, so yeah, I think we got there. That is the end of Crisis Trigon. That was a strong game. Cyborg is a strong character no matter what setting he's in. I would really recommend this character to beginners, honestly, or anyone who just wants to fly through the Crisis. This was a really quick Crisis 4 game, and Crisis 4 games are pretty quick. This is again for the Solo Crisis League. If you're not sure what that is, we started it last summer. We're in Season 7, Round 3, so if you like Crisis games or the DC deck building game and you're curious about the Crisis expansions, check it out. It's just a fun way for us to play the game during the pandemic. We rank each other based on how well we did using the size of the main deck, how many weaknesses we have, how many cards there are in, how many weaknesses are in our deck, how many villains we defeated, stuff like that. There's a link below. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. If you enjoy the videos, if you enjoy the leagues, or whatever it is that brought you here tonight, there's a few ways you can support that. Playing the leagues, of course. Really appreciate that every single time, as well as viewing the videos. Hey, welcome. Thanks. I really do appreciate that. There's also the Patreon. Patreon gets you things like mid-round results in the league, special sneak peeks at upcoming, sneak peeks at upcoming round info. It gets you special members-only videos, thank you in the videos. Like we have Panzer Panda Björn of the Solo Champions League I'm thanking today. Panzer Panda is a member of the Solo Champions League. It's like the Solo Crisis League, except we use Marvel Champions there. You get the idea. And then AD3 or AID, again, Solo Champions League. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to both of you. I really do appreciate it. Those are my 2 newest members, and you could be the newest member after them. So, check it out. There might be something there for you. That's really all I've got for tonight. Oh, the final thing you can check out is the Etsy store. That gets you things like this special league member mat, or things like pins you can check out. Stickers just got added, all sorts of new stuff. Growing all the time. Check it out. Again, that's all I've got for tonight. Really enjoyed this game. Love playing as Cyborg, and looking forward to see how he ranks this time. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.